Hi everyone, this is going to be a really short video. It's just going to be a quick roundup of my favourite prizes that I won in 2023, a little sort of overview of how I'm feeling about comping because it's only my second year of it, only started January 2022, so sort of how I'm feeling now, another year on, and just setting a couple of goals for myself for next year. So I, as I always said, I'm always so unbelievably shocked and grateful for all the prizes that I receive. It still baffles me that this, that we can be so lucky with some of these competitions. So I'm still really enjoying it. It's still very much, a hobby, and all the prizes are a bonus, but I am really enjoying it, and I have had another really good year. So I think in total, I reviewed my spreadsheet. I think I've won a total of 132 prizes this year with an approximate value of £5,350, which is brilliant. So I've talked about quite a few of them before because obviously I've been doing my unboxing videos since September. So I thought what I would do is I would do a quick run through of my other favourite prizes that I won up to September, because I wasn't filming then, so you wouldn't have seen those when I unboxed them. Obviously you have seen the QD chocolate haul. You've heard about the Co-op Walker's Garden furniture competition with the outdoor speaker and the voucher for Co-op, and the Yours Clothing and the Tesco vouchers, and the Alton Towers ticket. So I won't go into those, but I have had some other really nice prizes that I just thought I'd mention. So I think Elemis was a really good one. I won with them on Instagram. It was actually my birthday that they selected the winners, and I think they picked 2 winners out of, there was something crazy like 12,000 entries or something ridiculous. And that was for 4 of the big tubs of their cleansing balm, which are really expensive. It's just something that I would never justify the money on for myself, especially, we've got the wedding coming up very shortly now. It's about 12 weeks to go until the wedding. So things like that are just really lovely. Again, I've had loads of, I've had lots of cinema vouchers, I've had Amazon vouchers, all things where I maybe wouldn't treat myself on something. It's lovely that comping gives us that to be able to go and do those things. So another really good prize that I got was earlier in the year. I think it was around May time, I think, and it was with a company called Big Bakes in London. I think they have a site in Birmingham as well. I think they had 2 sites in London and 1 in Birmingham. And the prize was a Kenwood kitchen mixer, and I have dreamed of having one of those since I was a little girl. I learnt to bake in my grandma's kitchen. Nanny taught me how to bake, and she had a KitchenAid, I think hers was, might have been a Kenwood, but I always dreamed that when I grew up and I had my own kitchen, that I would have a kitchen mixer. And again, I've just could never justify the money for one. So to have won one of those, it will last a lifetime as well. They're such high quality. I was really over the moon with that. And the other half of that prize was for 4 tickets to go to their site in London and to complete the Big Bake Challenge. So it was for 4 of us. We had little chef hats, we had a wooden spoon that they gave us, all this merch. So I went with my mum, my dad and my aunt, and we had a day out together in London, and we made these crazy ice cream cone cakes with all weird coloured icing and decoration, and it was a really nice day out, really nice making those memories with my family. And again, something I didn't even know existed really. Obviously we've seen Bake Off on the TV, but had no idea that they had these places where you could actually go in and bake them. So that was really good fun, and probably one of the highest value total prizes that I won all year round, because the tickets for the baking itself I think were about £50 each, and that Kenwood mixer that I won, it was really high spec. It was unbelievable the things they can do. They've got like built-in scales and all sorts these days. really much more advanced than the mixer that I learnt to bake with in Nanny's kitchen. So that was, I think the total value of that price was something like £950, including all the merchandise as well. So that was great. And then my other big one of the year was in, I think it was about March time, was with Beaverbrooks on Instagram. So I know Beaverbrooks anyway as jewellers. We got my engagement ring from them. And we were already looking at wedding rings from there. So I was, I was familiar with the brand. I was following them on Instagram anyway, because I liked to see what they were putting out. And I won a competition for a diamond necklace from them, which I think was worth, I've not written it down, I think it was £875, or it might have been 795. Yeah, it was around the £800 mark that it was worth. I think it was 875. And I would never justify the money for a necklace like that. It's absolutely beautiful, but I just wouldn't, I'd never buy myself something like that. And it probably isn't something that I would usually wear. So I had thought originally about maybe selling it, but you wouldn't get anywhere near retail value for it. And actually it was so beautiful. I said to Max, I think I'm just going to keep it and I'm going to wear it on my wedding day, and I can wear it, on anniversaries, and it'll be really special. So I felt very, very lucky indeed to win that. It's not not something that I would ever have otherwise. I think that it will look beautiful with my wedding dress. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then what else have we got? I think I've got one more competition to tell you about, which was again on Instagram with Lavazza. And it was for one of those coffee machines that work with the smart speaker. I'm not going to say the name of the smart speaker in case I set off anyone's that might be watching if they've got them, because they are nosy and they do just chip in if they think that you're speaking to them. But anyway, it has one of those built in, so you could say, make me a coffee, and as long as you've already preloaded the coffee pod, it will do it for you, which is really smart. So we've got one of those in the kitchen. Max had wanted a Sage coffee machine, so I've been working on that, but unsuccessfully. So the Lavazza machine will have to do him until we manage to get the Sage machine that he wanted. And then in terms of holidays, I've not won any this year, but I have been on 2 holidays that were a result of prizes from last year. So towards the back end of last year, I'd won with Lenore, and we went to the Lake District with that. And also I'd won a holiday with a hotel and spa in Ireland, and we went for that spa break. We went in March for that. So that was wonderful. So and that £5,000 doesn't include those 2 holidays, because I'd have counted that on my spreadsheet. I'd have put that on last year's tracking. So yeah, I feel very, very fortunate, very, very lucky with all my comp wins. I'm still over the moon that we've managed to go on these holidays, and we've got lots of nice things to have around the house. And even the smaller prizes of the cinema voucher and things like that, they've been fantastic, because it's just something that we wouldn't have otherwise. In terms of things that I'm proud of for 2023, I think I've just really been pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and that's what I want to continue to do in 2024. So I've gone out of my comfort zone by meeting people. I've met up with some other compers. Obviously we have like a regular sort of monthly meeting that we do now, which is really, really good. It's lovely to meet compers in real life, and getting involved on that side as well as just entering them on my own. It's really nice to feel part of a group and part of a team. So yeah, I've been pushing myself out of my comfort zone by actually going out into the real world and, meeting people. And also I think, my YouTube channel, I thought about it for a really long time, and I was really nervous to do it. And actually I just really want to take a moment to say thank you so much to everyone that's ever watched any of my videos, anyone that's ever, you know, commented or sent me, I've had some lovely messages on Instagram from people that have said that they've seen my videos and have followed me on Instagram, and, you know, we tag each other in comps now and things. So just, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for being so supportive, and I'm sure the more videos I do, eventually I'll learn how to edit and, you know, make my videos a little bit more easy to watch. So thank you for bearing with me. That's one of my goals for next year, is to get better with my content, because it's all very new to me. And then in terms of other goals, I really want to get on the radio. I've texted in for a couple this year, but so far not been selected to go on. So I would really like to next year hopefully get on the radio and win a prize. That'd be great. And then in terms of other platforms, I want to get, I do have a Twitter account. I don't know if it's still active because I've not used it in a really long time. But if I haven't, then just create myself a new one, because I'm aware that obviously they do comps on X and I'm not on there. So, and the same with TikTok. So I feel like at the moment I'm very heavily reliant on Instagram, and I want to sort of browse other platforms to see what sort of competitions there are and how successful they might be as well. And I want to also do some more creative competitions. So I get the Compass News magazine. I know there's a section in there that talks about the creative competitions. Sometimes they have like creative writing. I know there's one with Reader's Digest at the moment that ends, might have already ended, or it might end next week, I'm not sure. And that you had to write a story that's exactly 1,000 words, and I think, sorry, exactly 100 words. And I think the prize for that one was £1,000. So definitely going to put my entry in for that if I'm not too late. And keep an eye out for more that are like that, because I would like to start doing some more creative comps rather than just the like and tag a friend on Instagram, because it is quite repetitive, and obviously we've got the Instagram bans to contend with as well. And then the final thing really that I want to do is just really make good use of the resources that are out there already, to teach myself, to learn more, to work out how to do things. I've got the Boot Compers book from Dye. I got that for Christmas from my mum and dad, so I've joined the Boot Compers group. I know there's lots of videos in there that are really helpful, and obviously Dye does her monthly live stream in there, which is going to be, I'm really excited to join the next one of those. And part of that as well is they do the wish list bingo, so you can focus your efforts on the prizes that you really want to win. So I've made a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 prizes so far, so I'm just going to have a little think about what other things I might want, and then I can fill my bingo square in properly. I'm going to do that probably this evening or tomorrow, just to really give myself the best head start for next year. But the kind of things that I'm thinking about, the dream is a new kitchen. We are, unfortunately, our house doesn't have a dishwasher, and the way that the plumbing is, even by taking out one of the cupboards, we physically can't get a dishwasher in. So the whole thing just needs ripping out and putting in. So that'd be a dream, to win a new kitchen. That's top of my wish list. But things like a holiday, things like a Hotel Chocolat Velvetizer, a new shed, a king size bed, they're all on my list. They're all things that I would love to win next year. So I'll get that prepared and ready, and hopefully we'll get some good wins next year. So I hope that you've had a really lucky 2023. I hope you have an even luckier 2024. I'm certainly hoping to build on success of this year. I know last year I won less competitions, and I think the total was around the £4,000 mark. This year I'm up to 5,300, so I'm hoping for next year that I can be even more successful. I can branch out, I can go onto different platforms, you know, try some different things, try radio comps, just try and be a little bit more brave and a little bit more interactive, and just see if that brings any more luck with it. So I'd love to hear what's on your wish list for next year. I'd love to hear if there's anything that you are focusing on, what goals you're setting yourself for next year, and everything. So please do feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. And again, I just really want to say thank you to anyone that has watched my videos and has left me a really nice comment. It's really, really nice of you. And it's lovely to be part of such a supportive community. So thank you. So I'll head off now. I've babbled for long enough. Wishing you all the best for 2024. I'll see you soon.